Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Utah AP, aka Trust AP, aka Louisiana X, and this is the VFL Countdown. I'm bringing it back because I know we don't have any shows right now, and yeah. So welcome to season 12. Man, I'm old. Been in here since season 4, but I'm gonna talk about my power rankings, the buy and sell them teams, and the league leaders for tonight. And I know it's been a crazy season. Like, I expected good teams to be really good this season, and to be coming like they're not doing good at all. And then you got some shocking teams, in my opinion, that just they're up there. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. But I'm gonna start off with my power rankings, and I'm gonna go from top to bottom. At number one, at 25-5, first in the NFC is the Seattle Seahawks. This team right here, I had them third in their division at the beginning of the season. I definitely regret it. Like, I really thought Slay Island and Kelly were the only players on this team, and actually, but most wanted, he did the damn thing. He got a team, and maybe it's just the Seahawks, but I think he has talent on this team because they're playing like their team is doing really well. The second team at 23-7, first in the AFC, and that is the Buffalo Bills. I believe the Buffalo Bills are definitely the strongest team in the AFC, especially the big hit on the Chiefs losing Decipher. And the Bills are a great team. Ponchi's doing well with that team, and I see them going really far into the playoffs this season. The third team is they're 20-9, second in the AFC, the Kansas City Chiefs. I believe, even though they lost the Cypher, this team definitely has potential to make the Super Bowl again, because I believe the AFC is terrible this season. And, to me, there's really only 3 good teams in the AFC this season, and that's about it. But overall, the Chiefs are a great team, and I think it'll be between them, the Bills, and the Titans for who's going to go to the Super Bowl. And it depends on who's playing who. The fourth team, they're 19-11, second in the NFC, and that's the Dallas Cowboys. I'm BC, doing what he always does as an owner, always having a great team. And I believe that they're going to go far as well, but it just depends on who they play in the playoffs. And just keep up the good work. I know you got my boy Champions over there, and I know he's doing well too. The fifth team, they're third in the NFC. They're 17-3, and that's the Carolina Panthers. I have this team over the Titans at the number 5 spot just because I'm a Panthers fan, so I like the Panthers, so that's why. Maybe if Savage and them were the Panthers, I'll probably went with the Panthers, but that's my biased opinion. I'm a big Panthers fan, so that's one reason why I have the Panthers at number 5. But overall, at number 6, the Titans, 18-12, third in the AFC. I believe this team can come out, and I know Savage said from the beginning that his team was going to go to the Super Bowl, and I can see this team going to the Super Bowl. Like, if they just keep on doing what they're doing, getting wins, racking up the wins, they can do it. I believe this team can come out and do what they need to do. The 17, they're 16-14. They're 5th in the NFC, and that is the Packers. I believe the Packers are a really good team. they're a sleeper team, and I like this sleeper team right here. Even though they lost their owner, um, I really think they have like little like what do you call it? They just have sleeper players on their team, and I believe they actually have a chance of taking down the Cardinals to make the playoffs. Um, the next team at number 8, I have the Cardinals, 17 and 13, fourth in the NFC. I know it's kind of mixed up, but that's how I just had it because the Cardinals are above the Packers. I just have the Packers, yeah, as my top team. Um, a better overall team in my opinion. But yes, the Cardinals at the 8th spot. I know they had issues with roster issues and Aries being out from vacay and other players being out. I got my first win off of Stephen A. Smith, and to me, Stephen A. Smith is not like the player he was last season because I lost to Stephen A. Smith 2 times, but I beat him 1 time and I was in the playoffs. But this team, I really don't know what really to say, but they have a chance of losing a playoff spot, but they can also be like my Detroit Lions team. All of a sudden, they could win 30 plus games and end up being the second best team or maybe the best team in the league. I don't know. But the 19 is the Cincinnati Bengals, 14 and 13, fourth in the AFC. This team, I haven't played the Bengals. I know Kate Cobbins over there. They have a pretty good team. I know they do. Like Cobbins usually on a good team every year, and I know that he's not having the best season, like he did last season, but I think the Bengals can cover up that 4th spot as long as they just keep on getting victories and just don't let the Texans, the Colts, or the Patriots or something come back. But I don't see it. I just see them team just keep on going down. But hey, we'll just see what happens. But you know, my Texans, hey, they might come back. Hey, we'll see what happens. But the 10th team is the Chicago Bears, 12 and 17, 6th in the NFC. I'm really disappointed in this team. They have they have a great team. I will be shocked to see Rogopalo not make the playoffs. And this is actually one of his better teams, I think, because I didn't even think his Patriots team was better than this team. But I think that's the same way. They could probably be like the Detroit Lions from last season and just come up and start winning a bunch of games. But I hope they do. I really want this team making the playoffs. But how it's looking and how some of these teams in the NFC, because the NFC's tough this season. Like, you got a bunch of teams that are 500. But I hope they can do something to come back. But it's not looking pretty in Chicago. The 11th team is the Houston Texans, 11 and 19, 5th in the AFC. That's the 5th best team in the AFC at 11 and 19. That's when you're calling like what's going on in the AFC. Like that's pretty bad. Like 11 and 19, and you're the 5th, and you have a chance of making the playoffs. You're only 3 behind the the Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah, that, like, the Texans' best player is Blue. We're trying to work. Bulk is another great player, and we'll just see what we can do. Like, we just gotta keep competing and see what happens. The 12th team is the Indianapolis Colts, 11 and 19, 6th in the AFC. I just believe. I don't really know Raekwon too well, but with all the hype and all that, I really thought Raekwon was going to have a hell of a team. Like, when he got the Hutch and all that on his team, I was like, oh, this team is going to be tough. But this team is looking just like the Bears. I thought they were the same type of equal talent with them, but like just not improving. But I really don't see the Colts doing anything else. But that's about it on them. But the 13th team at number 13 is the 49ers. They're 10-20, seventh in the NFC. The 49ers, it sucks because the 49ers are such a great Madden team, but you really can't do anything when you don't when you only had Mr. 850 on that team. Like, that's a dude, he's doing what he's supposed to do, but like that sucks to have such a great team and just not doing too well. And I know they have a DB. I forgot what his name was. I think I have it on my paper. The Truth. Yeah, the Truth is on that team, and he's having a great season. But other than that, the 49ers, it's just tough for them when you have the Panthers, you have the Seahawks, and you have the Cardinals in your division. It really does suck. But I believe they're in our conference, in our division, I mean, they actually probably would be the fourth spot, maybe. I don't know. The 14th team is the Patriots, 9-20, seventh in the AFC. This is probably the biggest disappointment, in my opinion. Like, the Gunfather was with he had the 49ers last season. I really didn't think there's nothing different between his team last year, maybe just because the 49ers to the Patriots, but I really thought this team was going to make the playoffs. I thought three of the teams from the AFC West were definitely going to make it. Or is it the AFC West? Well, whoever's with the Bills and all that. But yeah, I really thought they were going to be one of the teams to make it, and then have our only team was the Titans, whoever came out of our spot. But the Patriots are definitely the biggest bust team in the NFL. I'm sorry to say that, Gump, but yeah, your team's worse than the Houston Texans, and we're bad. Like, that's what I'm saying. We're working hard, but hey, we're bad, and that, like, you got bad, and you got a piece of, you know what, SHIT back here. The number 15 is the Eagles, 10-20, eighth in the NFC. I really don't know this team well. I know they're young. I think Doubt is the owner. I think I'm not too hot on him. I don't really know who he is. And I know he was the AFL Chiefs owner last season, and he did a great job. But you're in a decent division. Like I said, the NFC is pretty tough, so it's definitely gonna be hard. I know our team is about even. We're probably at the same type of talent, maybe a little bit better, more veterans on our team compared to y'all, but overall, just they're kind of like a mediocre team. At the last place team at 16 is the Broncos, 5-25, eighth in the AFC. You're talking about two of the best players, one probably going for MVP, and that's a QB WKU Ditto. And you also got Mr. Shaq. I don't know what he did with that team, but 5-25, like, that's terrible. And you're with the Broncos. I think the Broncos, in my opinion, are a curse. Because I played the Broncos twice, and I had the best talent come out of there. But all of a sudden, it fell apart. That's the same with Unknown last season. Their team, one of the best teams, coming in, and all of a sudden just fell apart. And then this year, just ain't good. And you're talking about the Broncos being at 16. In my opinion, is the Broncos the next Atlanta Falcons? Is that a cursed team? This team is whoever picks the Broncos for the past 4 seasons really has not been good at all. Because I've been on the Broncos twice and they have never been good. But yeah, that's my that's my 16 teams power ranking. And yeah, that was my opinions on who I thought where they should be at and how it should be. Next, I'm going to go to buy and sell teams. I'm going to do 3 from the NFC, 3 from the AFC. I'm going to start with the NFC. The number 1, I'm going to go with the Seahawks. I am buying this team. I'm buying this team because the Cardinals don't make the playoffs. This team, in my opinion, will make the Super Bowl. I like BC and them and champions, but it's the Seahawks. The Seahawks are the truth right now. They're 25-5. They're acting like they were Cuban in them last season, and that's how they're playing right now. So in my opinion, the Seahawks got it right now. Like, they're dominating the NFC. They are dominating the NFC right now. So, I'm buying this team. I'm buying this team for a Super Bowl. Winning it all, it depends. Like, I can't say. It's still early. That's what I'm saying. It's still early. Anything can happen. The second team is the Green Bay Packers. I know some people have been talking about the Packers. This team was projected the worst team in the NFL, the VFL. Like, this team was supposed to be trash. No one knew anything about them. This team is fighting with the Cardinals to try to get that 4th spot. I know it's still early, but I believe the Packers are the truth. This team can make the playoffs, and because they have a new owner, they have Crush as their owner. He is a really good running back. He's doing a great job this season, and I just believe that the Packers can probably get one more quarterback or something on that team. I believe this team is like the Cardinals are going to be sweating bullets. That's all I got to say. The third team in the NFC, and so, let me say, I'm gonna go ahead and buy the Packers. I'm gonna buy the Packers. The third team is the Cardinals. I really like this team. Like, going in, I thought this was the number 1 team coming from that division. The Seahawks, the Packers, the Packers and the Panthers. I really thought the Cardinals were going to be the number 1 team coming out of there. Number 1 in the NFC. It just hasn't worked out right now. And I think Kool-Aid, just like last year, is going to all of a sudden just step it up. And Stephen A. Smith's going to do the same thing. And they're just going to, I really like this team. And so I am going to buy this team. It's either going to be the Packers are just going to fall off and the Cardinals are going to shoot up, or it's going to be a deadlock. Who the Seahawks want to play first round in the playoffs. That's how it's going to be. Who they're going to want to see first round in the playoffs. To the AFC side, so I'm going to buy the Cardinals. The AFC side, number 1, you got the Bills. I really like this team. Paunchy, great quarterback. I'm definitely buying this team. I believe this team is not dominating. Let me say, there's 3 teams dominating the AFC, and the rest of the teams are they shouldn't even be there. They shouldn't even be in the VFL. That's all I gotta say. And the NFL, I mean. But I buy the Bills. So I believe this team. It depends on who they play. Hopefully they keep the number 1 seed, because if they keep the number 1 seed, I think they're going to breeze through the first round. And then if they play in the second round, don't let if the Titans upset the Chiefs or something. I just believe the Bills probably end up going to the Super Bowl. It just depends on what the Chiefs do. If the Chiefs fall on the Titans, I believe the Bills might 4-0 every team going into the playoffs. I don't know. But the second team is the Chiefs. I'm going to buy this team. I really like this team because I like Cuban. I think they have the best line. And him and I don't really not say your name, Matado. I'm gonna call you Orlando. I know you're Orlando. I think you guys have the best line. I don't, and in Abyss, I know his line's great, and I really don't know your other two lines. I only look at certain people, whoever's on the forums. But I believe if Cuban and them keeps up and doing what they're doing, they can go into the playoffs just because they have the experience. They won the Super Bowl last year, and I believe they still had Decipher. This team by far is the best team in the NFL. But we'll definitely see. I know it's going to be a challenge for them, and I know they believe it's going to be a challenge. They might not say so, but I know they believe it's going to be a challenge, and I definitely want to see this team. If I had to pick a team, if I want to see them win the Super Bowl, it's the Chiefs. But hey, we'll see what happens. The third team is the Tennessee Titans. I know I bought every team, but this is a team I'm going to sell. I like this team. I like the players on this team. I hope they prove me wrong to go to the Super Bowl, but I do not believe they had the talent like the Bills and the Chiefs. They might be able to beat the Chiefs, but I don't think they have it over the Bills. But if Savage Mob steps up, because I heard he's 3-6 in the first 3 weeks of the season. If he steps up, they'll have a chance. He might change my mind in 2 weeks. I don't know. But if Savage Mob, hear this Savage Mob, because I know you're on the forums. If you step it up, hey, I will root for your team all the way to the Super Bowl. If you step it up. Hey, hands down. You have my word. But that is my buy and sell for teams. And now I'm going to go over to league leaders. And I'm just going to go with one quarterback, one running back, and so on and so forth. So the QB leader the QB leader is WKU Ditto. He plays for the Denver Broncos. He has 149 completions out of 193 attempts, 2,525 passing yards, 20 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. Iffy stats on that though. And he has 8 games played. Great player. You know your team's not making the playoffs. I don't know what your record is as a QB, but it can't be unless you got all 5 wins for your team. So I know for a fact you don't have above a 500 record probably. But but you're doing a great job. You're the best QB in the league right now. And just keep up the good work, man. Just get that wins column, because how it looks like we want the QBs to have that great win to loss column. Because why do you want an MVP that don't win games to be the MVP? You know what I mean? But keep on doing your thing, Ditto. Next is the running back. The best running back in the league, in my opinion, is Kelly right now. The Seattle Seahawks. He has 183 carries, 1,359 yards, 8 touchdowns, 3 fumbles. He has 7.4 yards a carry, and he has 8 games played. He's doing a great job. Seattle has Marshawn Lynch. He's doing a great job. Kelly had a great season last year, but I think there's someone behind him, and that is Cuban. And Cuban, if he steps up his game, I believe Cuban's going to bypass Kelly. But Kelly, keep doing the work. Your team is doing great, and you have a chance of being an MVP candidate for sure. At wide receiver is Ditto's wide receiver, Mr. Shaq, the owner of the Denver Broncos. He has 115 receptions in 3 weeks and only in 8 games. He has 8 touchdowns, 743 yak, 2,190 yards. Dang, that's all I gotta say. I'm like, oh, that looks like my stats from last season in the first 2-3 weeks. Because that is ridiculous. So I know you guys throw a lot. I want to know who your running back is, because if I was your running back, I'll feel bad for him. But I definitely feel bad for my running back last year. Um, so we're gonna move on to defense. At D line, is Jay Tizzle, '06, Buffalo Bills. 38 tackles for losses, 27 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 1 safety, 1 pass deflection. He has 8 games played. Um, this is a great player right here. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He has, uh, he only had 11 tackles for loss that were, just behind, behind the line of scrimmage without being a sack. Like, he almost had all sacks as a tackles for loss. And that's a great job, bro. You're looking at, I forgot who's behind you with 36, and I think he's on the Seattle Seahawks, but I'm not sure who it is. I know you guys will give me a name, in the box below in the reply. But yeah, keep on doing your thing, Tizzle in Buffalo. Linebacker, go figure, Redwater, 17 tackles for loss, 0 sacks, 14 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, 0 fumble recoveries, no safeties, 2 pass deflections, and 1 TD, defensive touchdown in 7 games. That's only 7 games. And yeah, Redwater, I don't see you losing that title. I believe you're going to be in the linebacker of the year again, like always. And keep doing a great job, man, in Buffalo. DB is actually Seattle Seahawks, 2 tackles for loss, 4 pass deflections, 5 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries, and 14 interceptions. This dude is leading in interceptions with the Truth out of San Francisco. But the only reason why I had actually over him is just because he had 5 forced fumbles and 3 fumble recoveries. That's ridiculous. And yeah, so keep doing what you're doing. Actually, it's great to see you have you back in the league. And yeah, bro. And go Seahawks for y'all. Thank you guys so much. I know I'm not the best at this. I'm not no outtaker or fatal. I'm just an old simple person that just records stuff. And yeah, I've done this before. I've done it in a little bit in season 4, a little bit for the AFL. Definitely for the AFL for season 5. I did it for the VFL season 6 and a little bit for season 7. So I'm definitely have experience in this. I'm just not the person that does all the fancy stuff to it. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great night and good luck. And I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Oh, and one thing, I want to give a shout out to my owner, Flameboy. You're doing a great job, man. Keep up the great work. I also want to give a shout out to my best friend, Party. And I want to give a shout out to Blue for getting my first win against Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, thank you, Stephen A. Smith. And that's about it, y'all. If you guys ever want to be on the show, just shoot me a message. My gamer tag's right above Utah AP. And thank you guys so much. Ladies love Utah.